What's up, guys? Welcome to Mike It Yourself. On today's video, what we're going to do is we're going to be swapping out my front blinkers to some drag specialty, basically OEM replacement for touring bikes. So when I first got this bike and I put these turn signals on, because this passing light bracket doesn't have an additional hole for some turn signals, what I ended up doing is making my own little bracket to mount these two, right? So just a 2-hole bracket, one for the passing light to pass through, and then another one for the turn signal. And it works, but I wanted that OG look, so I went ahead and bought the adapter and the turn signal. So I'm going to go ahead and bring those out. We'll take a quick look at those, and then we got to break this down so that way we can put those new parts in place. All right, guys, so I pulled off just one of them just so I can kind of show you what the old setup was. So this is the turn signal. I think I got like 4 of these on eBay for like less than 20 bucks. So these aren't very much, or these aren't the highest quality turn signals, but they worked. So I don't know, depending on how you want to measure your quality. If working is high quality, then these are high quality. Just regular incandescent bulbs. Like I said, it worked. This is the fancy bracket that I had made. I just took some flat sheet metal, cut it out, drilled 2 holes, and actually painted this with chrome spray paint. So that's a hell of a G job, right? But it actually worked. They're hidden pretty good. So unless you really were paying attention, you wouldn't even notice them. So that kind of worked out. And then just used some nuts, jam nuts or whatever, to keep things in place. But that's going to go away, and what we're going to replace it with is 2 parts. So I've got the OG turn signal from Drag Specialties. So you can see this has got kind of like this oval mount setup with 2 threaded holes for screws to go in. And then there is the mount here that allows you to pass the passing light bolt through to hold it in place. So this is that's what adapts it to the actually passing light bar. So that goes through there, right? So you tighten that up through that hole, and then this gets screwed down there, and that's what gives it that seamless look. The wires just pass through this little notch that's cut out. So it gives it that really cool OG vibe. It comes with the incandescent bulb. I've got the Badlands LED load equalizer, so I'm going to swap these out to LED bulbs when I get a chance. But for now, we'll use those incandescent. So I've got a little bit of a mix. As you know, I've got LEDs in the back and these ones in the front. So that's just a simple bulb change, not a big deal, nothing fancy about it, right? It'll just be a lot brighter. So let's go ahead and get these mounted up, or at least we'll do this one side, and then we'll be able to crank out the second side. Okay guys, so I got the first one on. As you saw, it was a little bit of a pain trying to get the the nut going on the passing light, and that's because in order to get it there, you have to kind of stick your finger up in here and spin it, which there's not a lot of room. So I kind of improvised. I put a flathead screwdriver in there and then just kind of spun the whole thing until it tightened up. So it all worked the same. And now I've got the one side on. I'm going to go ahead, and I've already pulled off the other old turn signal. I'm going to undo this bolt and put the adapter on, put the other signal on, and then I just got to do some wiring. Now what's really cool about these ones is the old ones were just a single wire, which meant all it did was blink. These ones will actually run and blink, so that's going to be very, very nice to have. Just more visibility, and y'all know how I feel about safety. So I'm going to go ahead and get this other one on there, and we'll take a look once they're both on. All right, so now I've got both of them mounted. Haven't wired them in yet. I've got to do some splicing, and then I should be able to get that done relatively quick. It's 3 wires, so ground, a high and low, or the running for the low. The low I'm going to tap right into my passing lights, so that way they'll run. And then, of course, flash will go to the normal blinker, and then ground, I'm just going to ground out somewhere. But you can see that those look much better than the original, or not the original, but the blinkers I had on there before. They just look beefier and makes the front end just look a lot more wide. So huge compliment to the front end of this bike. So I'm going to go ahead and get these wired up, and we'll take a look at what they look like with it running. So now's the big reveal. Got them all wired up. And here's what we're looking like. And as I mentioned, so it's got the running, and then your typical turn signal. So overall, the installation of this was not very difficult. Like I said, the only tricky part was trying to get up in here to get that nut tightened up. I did have to run to the store to get some screws because the kit didn't come with any screws for these. And the ones I did have that fit the right thread, the head of it was too big, so I couldn't get it in there. So I went ahead and swapped those out, ran my cabling up, and wrapped it up in some loom to kind of just clean it up. I will need to zip tie this a little just to kind of better hide things. But yeah, overall, I think it looks great. I'm really happy with how this turned out, and another successful Mic It Yourself video. Thanks for your support. If you like the content, please subscribe, hit that like button, and if you don't want to miss out on the next video, I produce every Sunday at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Hit that notification bell, and that way you get a notification as soon as that next video is posted. Until then, I hope to see you on the next one.